Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Bonkekook here, aka the Lonely Achievement God, and I'm coming at you with another video for MLB The Show 21. We're going to be detailing the quality win achievement here today. That is for 70 gamer score. It is for winning a 9-inning game, only allowing 3 hits or less. Now, there are a lot of conflicting information about what modes and areas you can do this with. I highly recommend going through Road to the Show mode and creating a pitcher because I went through Road to the Show mode with beginner and casual difficulties and sliders in my favor, and I threw 5 perfect games out of the first 9 games I pitched in. However, if you don't want to do this, I'm going to show you a potentially easier way to do so than having to sit through all of the Road to the Show things. So what we're going to do is go up to your settings, and again, make sure beginner and beginner for pitching, batting, and base running, and casual mode for the general gameplay style. You can use whatever hitting style and pitching style you prefer. For me, I prefer classic. If you want to use pinpoint, you can use pinpoint. Do whatever you're comfortable with for this. It's going to be whatever you're best at. I can't tell you that. That's for you to decide. I use the classic because I consider it the easiest and, in most cases, the laziest. All I have to do is point and click and the ball goes where I tell it to. So what we're going to do is back out. Make sure if you changed anything to press A to confirm the settings. We're going to back out to the main menu here, and my game has frozen a little bit. That's interesting. Maybe it decided I'm not supposed to be recording a video right now. There we go. Okay, go back into your sliders, and here are the sliders we're going to be using here. Dynamic difficulty all the way down, all of the human options all the way up, all of the CPU options all the way down. Pitch speed, I'm going to move pitch speed all the way back up. I prefer it to be up. I put it down for a different achievement and I didn't like it. Turn errors all the way down. I hate errors. They're useless. Turn all the fielder and base running options all the way up and the wind, injury, and trade frequency all the way down. Hit OK. Now, if you want to be super sure that you're going to win, you can go into your roster control and edit the players of the team you are going to be using. I honestly only recommend doing this for the starting pitcher of whatever team you're going to use. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do because I'm an Indians fan. I'm going to make Shane Bieber a little bit better, which is hard to do because he's already really good. But we're going to increase his stats as far as we can, if the game will ever let us. There we go. Pop into attributes, go to pitching. You can hold right on the D-pad and just kind of slap the left analog down to keep increasing all of those statistics. And this is what you're going to want to do. Level up all of the speed, control, and brake. I usually leave the slider at the same speed, but increase the control and brake of it. And for change-ups, you want to leave the speed all the way down. Once you have that, you don't really need to do anything on this side of things. If you want to add arm accuracy, reaction, that kind of stuff to increase defense, but I wouldn't worry about it. So go down and save your custom roster as whatever you want. And you have a very dominant starting pitcher now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the exhibition mode. I'm sorry about that. We're going to go over to the Cleveland Indians as the home team. And we're going to pick the Flying Squirrels, which are the San Francisco AA affiliate, you can actually have exhibitions against minor league teams, and you're going to want to do this. This will make it significantly easier for you. That is part of the reason why Road to the Show is so good for this, because it makes your pitcher with the sliders dominant against some of the worst hitters in the minor leagues. So that's all we're going to be doing. Go ahead and choose your uniforms, presentation mode, choose fast play, and keep 9 innings. Pick Shane Bieber or whoever you have increased, and I wouldn't worry too much about the lineup. We're gonna get the game underway here. I apologize for that little bit of a delay. So what you're going to do is just follow exactly what the pitch selection and location tells you to do, and you're going to be facing some of the worst hitters with one of the greatest pitchers ever. So this should be no trouble for you to get through 9 innings with 3 hits or less. And our offense is also going to be facing some very bad pitching. So it will be easy enough for us to score some runs. This will probably take about 20 minutes or so. It depends on how much we actually destroy the other team's offense. But once we get a couple of runs, we're going to be focusing on just getting the game over with. Again, just try to follow what the game is recommending you do. And your stuff is going to be so good that these AA hitters will have a heck of a time trying to keep up with you. Once you do get a couple of runs in, I recommend just bunting. Probably 2 or 3 runs. If you get one, you could continue on, and feasibly you're not going to give up. Oh, there's a home run, so I'll just show you. I got 2 runs, and now we're just going to bunt with everyone. Once you get the runs you need, just bunt. And if they somehow do not give you out at first, hold down the left bumper to continue running so that they can throw you out at second. There shouldn't be any issues with that, but you might run into it. Oh, it won't let you. So what we're going to do is just keep bunting. I apologize. I thought it would let you just keep running, but it doesn't. So just keep bunting. It's going to be very difficult for you to score any runs from it. And we're just going to do this for the rest of the game now. Now, this is somewhat random, of course. This is a legitimate sports title that has a lot of effort put into the simulation aspect of it. So I cannot guarantee that every single time you do this, you will be guaranteed to go 9 innings with 3 hits or less and a shutout. But there's a very, very good chance this will work for you. As you can see, the minor league hitters are not putting up much of an effort. There's honestly a pretty good shot that I could throw everything straight down the middle, and with the sliders we have put on, I would still not give up more than 3 hits. But flukes happen.
No balls, 2 strikes.
So sometimes when you get to 2 strikes, the game does this, where it cuts away And it doesn't tell you where the location is supposed to go, and I'm not sure why it does that. I don't know what option to turn off to get rid of that. So I just try to focus on throwing the pitch near the corners of the strike zone. Especially if you're at an 0-2 count, don't be afraid to throw it off the plate. One ball isn't going to kill you, and you might actually get them to swing at it anyways. So the key to remember is don't throw anything down the middle of the plate if you can avoid it. But at this level of roster manipulation and slider manipulation, you still have a pretty good shot to get away with it. So again, we just keep bunting.
No, he's in there.
And because we are so much higher level than any of the other players, there's still a pretty good chance you're going to get on base a couple of times.
He's out.
And you will return to pitching.
All one's the count.
Now again, this is one of those achievements I recommend playing through the other modes first. You may stumble across this achievement just by playing some of the other modes. But if you have gone through all the other modes and you somehow don't have this, then this is a pretty easy way to not guarantee that you're going to get it, but I would say 9 times out of 10 this will get it for you.
Ball, that's outside.
And you can use whatever pitcher you want.
The count is 1 and 2.
As I said, I'm a Cleveland guy, so it's easy for me to just pick Bieber. But if you like the Yankees and Garrett Cole, or if you like the Mets and DeGrom, Scherzer from the Nationals, if you want to take the starting pitcher on your favorite team and make them a boss, go right ahead. Use them. Just make sure you are using a AA affiliate team to play against. And we're through 3 innings with no hits given up.
Save.
There we go. I had to tap it a lot, so maybe tapping the left bumper multiple times will get the runner to advance.
Save.
So that's what you want to do. Just try tapping the left bumper when he gets to first, and he might, the last 2 times he's kind of slowed down when he gets to the base, but then he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to keep running.
Out.
And then you can just get him tagged out at second quickly. And we're back to pitching. So the good news for us is that
The count 0-2.
we have a pitcher that is essentially perfect against hitters who are not. But just don't get too complacent. I do recommend sticking with the pitch selection and pitch location that the game gives you.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
If you start deviating from that, I mean, maybe you know more about pitching than I do, so feel free, but I would recommend just sticking to where the game wants you to throw it. It seems to be working pretty well for me right now, as you can tell.
All one's the count.
Down through the 4th.
Out.
And unfortunately, this is kind of a time sink. Not overall. Like, again, it's only going to be 20 to 30 minutes. The game itself probably only takes about 20 minutes, but setup, getting the sliders and teams the way you want them will be another 5 to 10. So it's a 30-minute process, and it will be really frustrating if you get to the 9th inning and end up giving up a 4th hit. So that's why we make sure that the sliders and rosters are in our favor entirely to give us the best chance of not wasting 25 minutes. And then whenever it does that weird 2-strike thing, just go ahead and aim towards the corners of the strike zone.
0-1's the count. Inside ball. One ball, 2 strikes.
And we are over halfway done. Just have to do some more bunting. Because we are the home team, we will not have to hit in the bottom of the 9th if we are winning. And that just takes another half inning of time spent away. So we'll just have to pitch through the top of the 9th, and that'll be the end of the game. Okay, that time it did not let me.
No, he's safe.
But now I can advance.
He tagged him. He's out.
And advance again and get them both out and advance us to the next inning. And we are back to striking out the other team. As I said before, I got this achievement in Road to the Show on beginner difficulty, and I was throwing perfect games almost every other time out. So I think this is more than feasible in Road to the Show mode. So I recommend doing it there, but if you somehow didn't get it, maybe you played as a hitter, went through March to October and didn't get it, this is going to be the simplest way to get you your 9 innings shutout with 3 hits or less. I'm pretty sure it needs a shutout. No, it doesn't, actually. It doesn't need a shutout, but you got your 9 innings with 3 hits or less. So in theory, you could walk in 8 runs or something and still finish. But I'm pretty sure it does need to be the same pitcher. I don't think you can replace your pitcher for this to count. I suppose it might. You might be able to change pitchers. I'm not going to test it here, but...
Out. Out.
So we're 6 innings in now, and we haven't given up a hit, so we're in very good position. Only 3 more innings to go.
Ball, that's just out.
And the umpire is blind.
Hey.
So there is a setting that you can make the umpire perfect in his calls, and it's probably best to do that, but I think it keeps resetting on me for some reason. I'm not sure why.
1. Hey!
You'll notice sometimes I'm kind of reckless and I just throw pitches without doing the pitch type or location. Do as I say, not as I do. If you want to guarantee that you're not going to give up hits, then you're better served following their pitch selection and location. But I'm fairly confident in my fastball here.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And another one gone. We will continue on to the bottom of the 7th.
He's out. Foul.
I apologize for not being very entertaining. This is a long period with not a lot going on.
Yes.
Just trying to get through so we can get to the 9th inning and show off that sweet achievement pop. But
0-1.
there's a slider. Well, there is our first hit. But again, we can allow 2 more without problem, so don't panic when you give up your first one.
0-2.
I would be upset if we were in Road to the Show, but we are not. Although it seems like they've kind of nerfed a lot of that. You used to get like attribute points for no-hitters and stuff like that, and it doesn't seem like they do that anymore. It's been a couple years since I played a show game, so I was excited when they were bringing it over to the Xbox. 'Cause I used to purchase a PlayStation for that game alone.
Ball, that's out. That's a ball.
So don't worry again about walks. Walks and giving up runs aren't actually all that bad. You just want to avoid giving up hits. The achievement description doesn't mention anything about
Ball, that's out.
keeping a shutout, so there's no sense in worrying about nibbling too much and walking too many hitters, because as long as you give up 3 hits or less, you'll be fine. So we got through the inning without any more trouble. We just have a couple more bunts to lay down, and we'll be off to the 9th.
He's out. No, he's safe.
Didn't let me advance that time.
He got him on the tag. Out.
Ah, but they picked him off. That achievement is almost impossible to do by yourself in this game. I have not been able to figure out a way to have the pickoff
Safe.
happen without a boosting partner. I wound up having a partner help me out because I couldn't get it to work myself. So here we go, off to the 9th. We just need to avoid giving up 3 hits, because as long as we keep it 2 more hits or less, we will be at 3.
0-1. Hey! I got the count. 0-2.
There is one down. We're even going to get to throw a Maddox, it looks like. Maddox is a complete game with less than 100 pitches. You can go look that up if you want to learn more about its origin. There is. Ooh, now he's not gonna. They're not gonna let us get the Maddox. They're gonna keep fouling pitches off.
Ball.
Those
The count
jerks.
is 1-2.
After I brought it up, now they're gonna try to stop us. There's 2 down. And we still only have 1 hit given up, so we still have a buffer. In case we give up another hit or 2, we will still be okay.
0-1.
But again, everything is stacked in our favor, so we shouldn't give up any more.
0-2 is the count.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's the achievement. 9 innings, less than 3 hits, or 3 hits or less, excuse me. I've shown you all the sliders, settings, and roster adjustments that you should make to make this easy for yourself. But in theory, build up your pitcher to the max, and then just make sure you have the sliders the way you need them, and then play against a AA team, and you will have no problem getting your shutout victory. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy to answer. If not, I will see you guys next time.